There's a girl, she's a star. She's got style. Steffi Star, you see her face around the town. She's popular. Steffi Star.
I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And this is our podcast. It has nothing to do with real estate.
Nothing.
We're so excited. We have a very funny guest today.
Well, I didn't get to see you. So
right. Meredith doesn't know him.
This is my first experience with Bob Petit.
No, it's not Bob.
Mike.
That's how popular
Roger.
I am. Can we do this again, or are we live?
I mean, I got the Petit part right. I said to Stephanie earlier, I said, is our guest name Bob? She said, no, it's Mike. I said, why do I have Bob in my brain?
Listen, Sue, no offense.
You might be Bob forever now.
Yeah.
This is
I've been
what
called
happens.
worse working in the entertainment industry.
Well, there you go.
So
I met Mike Saturday night at Thorny Lee.
Yeah. Thorny Lee Country Club.
Thorny Lee Country Club in Brockton, Massachusetts. And Anthony, my boyfriend, we all know him, said, we have tickets for this dinner and comedians. And I'm like, ugh, I don't like fake laughing. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
But
in a fake world.
yeah.
I think I might have seen you.
You did?
Did you do a venue at the VFW in Easton recently?
Only the biggest for me. Yeah, probably.
Like a month or so ago?
What was the cause?
Easton Women of Today?
It was.
I saw you.
You were what? Now you know Bob / Mike.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I had such an impact.
I think you were the
forgot my name.
headliner. You were the headliner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you were awesome.
Well, you're just saying that because I'm
there
here.
were 3, and I remembered you.
Does the headliner always go last?
So I booked that show, and that's my third year doing with that, and it's a great event.
Yep.
So kind of a traditional, format in stand-up comedy. This is going way back through like the 80s and even before then. Most shows are 3 people. You have an opener who does 15 minutes. You have a middle act that'll do 20, 25, and then the headliner typically does 45. That's a traditional formatted comedy show. Could there be a guest spot if somebody comes in and does a guest? Sure. But that's kind of a tried and true formula for stand-up comedy. Opener, middle, headliner, 15, 25, 45. Everybody's out the door. But that's just kind of the way that the industry has been built. And again, now, you could go to an open mic, which is just comics working out new material. You'll have 15, 20 people, you just know what you're going for. But a professional stand-up comedy show, like I was at the Cabaret Theater in Connecticut, Friday night, banging, 290 people, 2-level theater. That's what it was. The formula was opener, middle, headliner. And so my company, that's what I do, Petit Productions. We produce shows, consumer-driven events. And everybody knows everybody here in New England. So somebody saw me years ago,
right,
and they referred me to the Easton, for the women. So that's kind of just
And you make a living doing this.
I do.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it hasn't always been easy. Yeah, I've been doing this 35 years.
Wow.
So I'm from Attleboro originally. Attleboro.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, this sounds like
Wait.
sweaty balls on
Wait.
Saturday Night Live.
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
I was so excited when you called me Boca and when you called me skinny bitch.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Hey,
something.
that's what I do.
Nobody's called me a skinny bitch in 20 years.
If
Nice.
you want to make a woman's day, and you don't even have to be telling the truth, just tell them, oh my God, you look skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will resonate with them.
Yeah.
For
I was
days.
all over that. I haven't forgot about it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So is that funny though? Funny bit, skinny bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's again. So yeah, the journey of doing stand-up comedy. I started in Boston radio. That's where I first started off.
Oh,
I was
boy.
a long time ago.
What station?
The Rock of Boston, WBCN.
Wait, do you know Baltazar?
I know the name. Yeah, sure,
okay.
sure. So I'm a voice guy, which
Yeah.
we'll get into in a little while. I'm an impressionist. So my natural thing for me when I was a kid was to fit in. I
Right.
know my,
Mimic.
I can make people laugh as a kid. Your aunts and uncles have a little party, and here comes, Mini Mike. Oh my God, look at me! It's showtime. Slamming, banging your head on the TV. Up now we go to the hospital for stitches. Whatever, but class clown, that kind of
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
But I developed a unique. It's a blessing. It's the only way to describe it. I'm a voice guy. I don't know how I do characters. But
Okay, hold that thought. Go back to school.
Sure.
What was your feedback from your teachers?
oh my God.
They must have sent you to the office.
'Cause I know what mine
constantly.
was.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Good afternoon. There'll be a pep rally at 2:30. All students should attend. Michael Petit, please report to the principal's office. But here's the irony of it all.
Yes.
Senior class night. Remember you put on a show at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Right? I actually went to the audition and high as a kite. And I actually auditioned and I ended up getting the role as a host. And, you know, me and the other guy got to host and we wore tuxedos and we put on senior class night. It was so bizarre. I had that moment where I didn't know what I was going to do. I wasn't going to college. I was working part-time at a pizza place. We're talking 1984. You know, mullet, acne, you know, that whole thing. Just lost as a kid. But I had that moment on stage where I was like, oh my God, because I owned it. I just was out there emceeing and hosting. It was a natural platform playground. Is that the best way to describe it? So that has evolved into radio. I'm a sidekick. You know, radio in Boston, you get fired. Providence radio, year, you get fired. Florida, 2 years at a radio, fired. Then I moved to LA in 1995. So from 90 to 95, I lived in Florida. That's why I love the whole Boca thing.
Loved it.
I love the Florida lifestyle. I couldn't live there full time, but my goal is I'm actually looking at property now in Fort Myers, Naples area because I lived there for 5 years. I've always gone back and done country club gigs, and I just have a thing for that area. I want to go January 2nd till the end of April, and that's my goal is to go down there and do bang out country clubs and khaki shorts and grouper sandwiches and make people laugh.
Right.
So with all that being said, I lived in LA for many, many years, grinded it out. And what I always say when I talk to these young comics, I had a conversation. This is so interesting. Remember Family Ties?
Yeah.
Skippy from Family Ties. Mark, he was the black hair with the glasses. He was best friends with Mike.
Yeah.
He called me yesterday out of nowhere. He was up in the, just to call and say hi. I haven't talked to Mark in 5 years, honestly. But just talking about the comedy industry, and I gave him a couple leads. He's coming to, well, you'll laugh at this. He goes, I'm coming to Nashua in April.
Nashua.
He means Nashua. He means Nashua. He means Nashua, New Hampshire. I laughed my ass. It was just hilarious. But at any rate, with all that being said, comedy, it's a business. People think that, you know, I treat it, it's a business. And any comic who is worth it's a business.
Right.
And now the business is you got to hammer and be consistent with social media. You have to be consistent. You have to do your stuff and stay out there. Even though you may not see likes, if you get in reels, that's where it's at. So it's a business.
So when do you do when do you create material? Is it just every day? And
Me and you talking right now?
Got it.
Me and the guy at 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
my friend at the gym. We're from New England, so we're automatically pissed off.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
right.
we're bitter. We're
Yeah.
jaded.
Yeah.
We're sarcastic.
We're broken inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
We're
anyways.
broken inside.
No, with all that
Daily
being
outrage.
said, daily outrage. That should be the
Right.
show.
That's I do. I now keep a log.
Yeah.
My daily.
Good for
outrage.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
No.
you can share some info
Yeah.
with them.
Who hurt you?
It's daily, and I'm trying to figure out if it's me, if it's the menopause, if
Oh,
it's
boy.
being a New Englander, if it's being in darkness, if it's
Yeah.
just working my entire whatever it is. I've decided you're going to log these so we can see if there's a pattern.
Hormonal therapy.
Might be. Have it. It's the best thing ever.
I know someone who pushes the gel and it works.
It's good.
Okay, so with all that being said, comedy is a business.
Yeah.
And people think,
But wait a minute. So you have to stand up in front of a group for, let's say, an hour and be funny.
Yeah.
So tell me how you create that hour-long series.
failing. How's that? So when I first started off, I went down to Providence. It was a comedy club in Providence, Rhode Island called Periwinkles. I'm talking 1987, 88. So I was armed with voices. I could do impressions. I had no material. No material. Did you guys see Rocky? Yo, how you guys doing? Yeah, you gonna do this one? Rocky, you gonna eat lightning and corrupt fun. So I could do the voices, but I had no material.
Right.
Right. Seriously. I didn't no idea how to write a joke.
Right.
I'm still learning.
So what do you do?
So
you keep a notebook? You type
you do.
it?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I have notebooks. Well, let me ask you, what do you do for work?
I sell real estate.
You sell real estate. Ready?
Yep.
How did you learn how to close a real estate deal? How did you work? How did you learn to manage people's personalities? It's just, so if any job that you do, you acquire the skills to do step by step by step by step. Like I can look at videos of 20 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, they paid me for that.
But I think to what you're saying, because when you ask me the question, and I think you'll feel the same, you have a natural ability.
Sure.
Right? So it starts with that, right?
Yes,
In high school,
yeah,
you
true.
knew
It
you
does,
had a
yeah.
natural ability.
Yeah.
Clearly, for me, same thing. Since first grade, my teachers would say, I could move her any place in this room and she will find someone to talk to.
There you go.
It's no way for me to not
You get the
have
gift of
that.
gab, yeah.
And comfortable talking in groups and
There you
talking
go.
with people, right?
Yeah.
But to your point, you have to fine tune that.
Yes. You
over
do.
time.
And that's the editing of life. And that's the editing of your skill set. That's the editing and being, looking at stuff. It's just been, it's, and I always say this, it hasn't been easy and it never will
Right.
be easy. Nothing is easy.
No.
If you're not continuously doing personal growth on your skill set for what
Right.
you have,
Right.
then you're just going to be here.
Right.
If you can't look, inside and say, I got to do better.
Right.
And that's a hard thing for people to do, to look in the mirror, and say,
But it has to be self-imposed, right? So I was talking with a girlfriend this morning,
Sure.
and she said that they were doing some shredding at her company. She's been with her company for a very long time, and she found a pile of reviews from a terrible employee that she knew.
yeah,
And she found this incredibly entertaining. And I said, do you still have to do these? And she said, oh, yeah, it's a big phony thing. We have to give a review and set our goals. And I said, I give to my team a sheet where here's your goal sheet.
sure.
And of 10 people, I said, how many do you think do it? And she said, none. I said, nope, just me.
Yeah.
But people have to do that for work, but they
Yeah.
find it phony.
Sure.
But you're spot on. You do have to have goals. You do have to continue to make
Sure.
yourself better,
Sure.
to hone your skills
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to be relevant
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
for us
Yeah.
to sell more.
Sure.
Right.
You have to
Right?
be you have to be up to date. You have to have your finger on the pulse of what's going on in your chosen field. So back to the comedy world, not to get too far off what we were talking about. How do you get into this business? How do you do it is a I'm always learning. I'm always learning because I'm open to learn. I'm open to learn. I'm an impressionist, okay? I'll entertain you. This is what I do. I can watch another entertainer and go, oh, I see what he's doing, because I have resonance in my throat
Mm,
and voices in my head.
mm.
So if I see somebody do an impression, the bad orange man, well, he does this, and he comes down like that. He's doing some incredible things and very, very good. Now I'm working the microphone because I've worked in radio and I know how to do that. And then he'll go up very loud like that, and he'll bring it back. And now I see somebody, and that's what they do. So I can switch it up. And just do a lighthearted character that is just Billy Crystal. Hello, is this thing on? Oh my God, I'm getting married. I'm not going to do it. And if you switch Billy Crystal up a little bit, it's Ray Romano. Oh my God, what am I doing here with these two beautiful women? I love women. They're beautiful. And you smell yummy. Oh my God. So I don't know. How do you explain? I can't explain
Right,
that.
but you didn't do that. When I saw you, you were telling jokes.
Yeah.
So how do you figure out how many jokes do I tell in an hour?
No,
and
it's
how
a-
do you remember all of it?
How did you know how to put your makeup on today? I'm just going to keep it in simplest forms. So I've been doing this 35 years, and it's a form. I know how to walk out and say, "Good evening. How's everybody doing? How about a nice round of applause for the food we've had here tonight?"
Right. And you can read
That's
the
the
room.
host.
Right.
That's what Johnny used to do. And Johnny Carson, he always felt like he just came back from the dentist.
You're watching my mouth right now. It's hysterical.
Because
She's probably going to try this when we leave.
she's going to go see, I need to sell more houses. And that would be wild.
So I can watch and observe. So look at somebody who's a top seller in your field. I'm just saying, look at somebody who's closing deals, banging out real. What are they doing? What are those people doing? Study those people. Study the best. Look at Tom Brady. I mean, we can go accolades all day long. Tom Brady is the greatest athlete of all time. It's just not because he's from New England. You just look at what he's done. Look at what he's done. 6th round. First words he said to Mr. Kraft. If you haven't heard it, he said the first words he said to Mr. Kraft when he walked on the field, he says, "I'm Tom Brady, and this is the smartest decision your franchise has ever made."
I like that.
You didn't hear that? You didn't know that?
No.
That's what he said to Mr. Kraft. And Mr. Kraft says, "I know who you are. You're a 6th round pick." So with all that, the comedy is a business. It is a business. And I book gigs. And I'm always selling. People say, "You're always selling." I'm like, me? Michael J. Petit at AOL.com? I'm not always selling. No, I'm joking. But no, it's a business. This is my chosen. And I've dabbled in television. I moved back here from L.A. I'm a New England guy.
I want to hear what happened in L.A.
Lots of stuff.
Was it dark?
No, it was, you know what it was? I was so young. Can we swear in here?
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit.
Mm.
I was just so full of it.
Right.
I didn't care.
How old were you?
I was 29 years old and I drove across the country with a bag full of dreams. And I arrived after 5 days of driving across the country following a AAA map. There was no internet, right? I arrived in Santa Monica at 2:00 in the morning. You drive 12 hours, you get a hotel. I broke down in between Vegas and LA. I've had comics tell me, they're like, "Petty, you should write a book." I broke down in a town between LA and Vegas called Barstow, California. Indian artifact store, a gas station in the middle of the desert. And I slept at night in their little hotel they had there. I did I did stand up out of a karaoke machine for 4 people in a little bar in Barstow. And the next day I got up and they're like, "Hey man, we got to get you a special part." You know what that means? They're going to bend you over. So I had to get an alternator put in my car,
Right.
And then I got my car fixed $700 later and I drove 9 hours to LA. I arrived at 2:30, 3:00 in the morning, 1995. True, great story. I arrived. My roommate could have been an axe murderer. I didn't even know the guy.
So you had a roommate set up?
I found him through roommatefinders.com. Yep. And he waited outside. He waved me in. I grabbed some clothes. I slept on the floor. I had no bed. I left everything that I had in Florida. I sold everything. I woke up the next morning. I'll never forget. It was Mother's Day, and I cried. I was like, "What the F have I done?" Right? Apartment complex. It's LA. Get on Santa Monica Boulevard. Go get a mattress. I don't have a mattress. We'll go out to get a mattress. Right?
You had some money.
Bundy. I lived from here 2 blocks away from where OJ just killed Ron and Nicole.
Oh my God.
Santa Monica. You ever been out there?
No.
Oh.
I haven't.
Now.
Yeah. So how do you navigate your way around? I had a pager back then. That's how old, But being from the East Coast, you got that hustle, you got that grind. What happened in LA? Oh my gosh. I landed a voice agent within like a week, sending out cassettes. There's your timetable again, cassettes. And I got in for an audition. It's going to make you, it's amazing I still smile, but it's all chapters.
Were you propositioned?
No.
Oh.
Yes, I was by an agent.
No.
But I got to go in for an audition for Space Jam, the movie.
No way.
Yeah. I got 4 callbacks. You know what a callback is?
Well, like that's the world
Yeah.
out there. You
Right.
Okay.
This is where you're going.
But I
to do
didn't
what
know.
You gotta do.
So I'd come from being a big fish in a small pond
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I could always do impressions. So I go in for Space Jam and I get a callback. Oh my God, this is it. So a callback is another audition. They liked you. So it went from like 30 of us to 15. I got 4 callbacks. It became down to me and one other guy. I'm in the studio with Ivan Reitman, who passed away. He was a director, Ghostbusters, Stripes, Space Jam, Ivan Reitman. And the guy who beat me out was Billy West,
No way.
the voice of Red and Stimpy.
Ah.
And that's how he got.
Of course I was open. Throw me the ball. But I'm open.
So have you been paid for gigs for doing voiceovers?
Yeah, I do voiceover work. Yeah. So that's just many, many stories. I had a contract with Saturday Night Live. They flew me. They saw me. They plucked me off stage. A month ago. Here's a classic story. This is all about, like, what did you want to do when you first started in business? What were you doing? What did you do for yourself?
Oh, I didn't do much.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, nothing. I went to college and
Yeah.
then I was a recruiter.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you do that now?
No, I sell
No.
real estate with Meredith.
Well, there you go. So your dreams haven't changed. Your priorities did. You know what I mean? It's just part of like things have changed as you get older. Like myself, when I was out grinding it out, I was out there for 8 years. But I got plucked off stage. I was out eating Mexican food a month ago on a Sunday night. Boom, I get a text. It's my buddy in LA. He goes, "Hey, Petit, remember when they plucked you off stage and flew you to New York and you signed with Saturday Night Live?" I'm like, "I do." He's like, "Are you watching the reunion tonight? The 50-year reunion?"
Right.
I didn't even know it was on. Yeah, I had a 12-year deal with SNL.
12 years.
12 years.
Doing?
So I'm going to explain it to you. They signed me to a 6-year deal on SNL, on the show. Then a 6-year deal, another year. They owned me for 12. So they owned me for 12 years with Lorne Michaels production company. I flew back to LA. I'll never forget it. My manager had left me a message. "Michael, give me a call, Jeff. I got good news and bad news." I hate that.
Uh-oh.
Good news was he got me some money. The bad news was they canceled. So I had a little buyout. But I never looked back.
Yeah.
When I was out in LA, back then that was like being mentioned in the same breath, no bullshit, as Jim Carrey. This is 1998, 99. Never looked back. And in 2002, I was on the road doing stand-up. I met a woman in South Bend, Indiana at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. 9/11 hits. We lose our jobs. She loses her job. I get a job at the Cartoon Network, Turner Studios in Atlanta. We fell in love. Clearly that worked out. And I moved to Atlanta for a year. I had a cup of coffee in it. So it's just, but I've been back here since 2004. And when I moved back here in 2004, I started hosting golf tournaments.
So where did you move to when you came back here?
Attleboro, my parents' house. I lived with my parents for a year. Yeah.
Because you needed to like
And save-
Revamp.
you know what? I did.
Yeah.
And I was blessed. And I now actually, it's crazy. Whew, I own a home in Plainville, Mass.
Yeah.
I've owned a home for 20 years. I just rented that out. And I lost my mom. It's awful. Is your mom still here?
She is, yeah.
I lost mine.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's
It's the worst feeling.
I've been grieving I'll never stop grieving.
Right.
I cry daily.
Mm.
But here's the thing. I own my childhood home too.
Oh, that's great.
I was literally in the backyard yesterday with a bobcat machine, clearing the backyard and building a patio fire pit where I used to play as a kid, play little trucks and badminton and basketball, all the shit.
Wow.
So it's very blessing. It's a blessing. I'm truly
Yes.
blessed. Life is full circle for me, and I love what I do, and I appreciate you bringing me in. Just life is just very special. Perspective. I enjoy I did an ice plunge before I came in here. That's why I'm through the roof.
You like that?
Oh my God, it's insane.
I haven't tried it
but
yet.
I've heard so many
It is
good things
insane,
about it.
Meredith. It's insane.
Where do you do it? In your bathtub, in the bathroom?
No, my backyard. I bought.
You
So
bought a
I'm not
freestanding-
going to flex on you. I bought those little tubs. They're
Yeah.
$70.
Yep.
I stopped in November.
Stopped doing the plunge.
Yeah, I did. I still do a sauna at the gym 5 days a week, but I stopped doing the plunging. And I'm just telling you right now, I haven't had a cup of coffee since 6:30 this morning. What the ice plunge does, if you ever watch Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
it's insane.
That's Meredith's idol.
Okay. So I used to bang around with Joe when I lived in LA years ago. Joe was on a TV show called News Radio. Do you remember?
I know he's
David
talked
Spade,
about it. Yeah.
Phil Hartman.
Yep.
Yeah. So Phil Hartman, oh boy, this is all
Yep.
just crazy. When Phil Hartman got shot in the back of the head and killed, right?
Yeah.
His wife was this is just Hollywood talk.
Yeah.
You can't have an A actor and a C actress together
Oh.
because the C actress or actor, they just won't work.
Yeah.
So her career was on the downside. And she was taking a lot of meds. He come home one night after being on news radio, drinking, and he told her, "I'm having an affair with my assistant." Well, he took a nap and pow, she blew him in the back of the
The
head.
wife killed him.
And she killed himself. She killed herself too.
Okay.
My manager called that morning. He goes, "Petit, you just moved up the list. Phil Hartman's dead."
Oh,
Good news,
boy.
bad news.
I swear, you're fucking hilarious. You're hilarious.
Right.
So, with all that being said, the ice plunging, back to that.
Yeah.
I'm all about self-care, self-love, and it sounds
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But I am. I'm sober 34 years. I take care of myself. And it's about, and my body hurts, body aches from running, but you gotta take care of yourself. So I recommend a nice plunge. And they don't pay me to say nice things, but I do.
I know.
So-
I want to try it. I just hate being
Well,
cold
where did you
and
get all
wet.
this ice?
So here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. I was putting ice in it.
Yep.
No, I bought these. I don't even need it right now. Oh my God. You don't even need ice right now. I'm
'Cause
just
it's
using,
so cold.
I did
Oh,
garden
right.
hose water
Yeah.
this morning. I'm not going to flex on it. I could only do 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think I
Oh,
even need the
okay.
ice, to be honest. I really
Oh.
don't. I think I could I can't even get into a cold shower.
Nope.
Can
But
you,
the-
Steph?
No.
But the mentality is, if you can do a cold shower, you can face anything the day brings you. That's the thing.
You are supposed to turn down the hot water before you get out
Yeah.
and stand under the cold water.
Yep.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
And I'm like, yeah, I was out in the backyard just moving some stuff, raking some, just cleaning up a little bit after yesterday, putting around. And then I jumped in the plunge and I just did
Bathing
it.
suit?
Underwear, whatever. Yeah. It's in my backyard. Yeah. But anyways, so no, the business of stand-up comedy, it's just
it would be too much work for me to have to put a bathing suit on, too. To, like, get a bathing suit
What about
on.
if you just get a robe and go in your underwear and bra?
yeah,
Yeah, I could do that.
do it. You have a backyard, your own,
Yeah.
your own
Just
home.
beautiful backyard.
Gorgeous. You should. I look into it. We'll talk after. They sell them at. I'm just telling you. Now that's the look of somebody who doesn't want to win. And I'm laying.
Well, everything. But
Look
that's
at Adam's
Meredith.
laughing. I'm laying into you.
Meredith always says no.
Yeah.
When you first bring up something.
That's a shitty mentality.
I mean, I get up and go to the gym.
Okay,
I go for walks. I'm out there at either 5:30 or 6 in the morning.
good for you.
It's just conceptually of me facing cold water.
Yep.
Yeah.
I let me just say this.
Yeah.
Every woman or comic that I've spoken to, they're like, "F that. You're out of your mind, Pat it." I'm like, that's
I'm on board.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I've been thinking about this for a couple of years. It's just actually rubber meets the road.
Yep.
And like,
Right.
Accountability.
Can I see myself going
Yep.
in cold water?
So Meredith, last week, my back, and I'm telling you, when I get up, I don't know, I got cracked I fell on the ice about a month ago, hiking with my dog, just walking trail. I trail hike everyone, just getting, just walking in the
Yeah.
backwoods.
Yeah.
And it was all that crunchy stuff.
Yeah,
And
very
I was
slippery.
trying to do heel to toe, and I went, boom, not once, but twice.
Oy.
I should have went back because it wasn't good for the dog either, but it was bad.
Yeah.
So I was fine. Saturday, had a gig.
Next
Sunday, I
day.
get up, my back is
Oh.
all locked up. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God. So I went to the crack back on Monday and he
Yeah.
put me back in, but I'm
Yeah.
still not right. So I got to
Yeah.
go back, but I foam roll at the gym too. That's another one. You foam roll?
Mm-hmm.
You got to foam roll.
Yeah.
You know what my father's worn his whole life and he's 95, always back
Back brace.
problems? The
Big
back belt.
the big black
It's a
thing.
it's a brown belt.
Yeah.
And he's had it for 50 years.
And he's always had back problems though?
He wears that belt every day.
Yeah.
Even now as a 95-year-old.
Hey, he's 95 years old. God bless him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah. So back to the joke stuff. I mean,
Back to the
Yeah.
joke
So
stuff.
okay. So you come back here,
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah.
You land with your parents, so your parents' house, so you can recenter.
Yep.
And then what happens next?
I was going through a magazine, a little like local mag, and they still talk about it. There was a country club called Blissful Meadows. Sounds like a retirement home.
Yeah.
It's in Uxbridge,
Okay.
and they're having a golf tournament. I picked up the phone, and I said, "Hey, I will come host your golf tournament." It was for Dunkin' Donuts. So I'm a business guy, and I said, "Okay, I want to get in bed with Dunkin' Donuts."
Yeah.
Right? So I went and hosted the golf tournament, did what I did.
Yep.
Host MC, stand up, whatever, and made a nice relationship with Duncan,
Yep.
but also Blissful Meadows. Blissful Meadows, I just did a show there about a month ago. 21 years I've been doing stand up there. We do it twice a year. And from that country club, there's another country club called Crystal Lake, which one of the brothers of the Blisses from Blissful
Yeah.
owns Crystal Lake. So now I do Crystal Lake too. I do about 13 country clubs right now I perform at.
So your work schedule is night mostly.
Yeah. Although it's interesting, I did have a show last Sunday for it. Unfortunately, I think she's doing great. A cancer fundraiser. Last Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock.
After Thorny Lee.
I know. After the vision.
So what time do you get up?
6:37.
He walks the dog.
See, now that's a classic. See,
and
that-
he's not drinking and smoking
Yeah,
cigarettes.
see, I'm not.
Right.
See, now, Meredith, that's a natural thing for people to say.
Yeah.
What are you doing up? See, and that's just a classic. I always say this. I'm the anti-comic, and I'm going to get into the dark side of comedy. And you're going to be like, what? Comics are broken. Clowns come from pain. That's what comedy is. Comedy is we take the unfortunate situation sometimes and we spin it. And we make you smile. That's what we do. We make you laugh. That's why you see the happy clown and the sad clown. So a lot of comics that I know, no disrespect, yeah, they sleep till noon. They fucking, whatever they do.
Yeah.
That's not how I roll.
Yeah.
And my identity as a human is not being a comic. I have other purposes in my life. I speak publicly for people in substance abuse. I don't know. It's just, I'm thankful for that, to be honest. I mean,
Well, but still,
because it's dark.
I mean, even if
Depression
you're
is
not, like,
dark, and it's a lot of.
a night schedule is hard. I mean, for myself, I've noticed that now that my kids' schedules are later and I'm driving later, it's harder for me to get up for my 6 a.m.
I give you a lot of
gym
credit
class.
doing that.
That's a lot. It's like it's becoming more difficult, and I'm almost looking at changing the schedule. But
Sure.
and so if my work, because I'm going until I go to bed, right? Like that's my personality. And I might have a late afternoon coffee if I know I have to drive or be out doing my kids' things. So to get up that early, it's more a question, not necessarily, are you drinking, smoking, whatever. But if you have a work schedule that's late, I would think my day would start later, but it doesn't. It's still for you, you're up at 6:30.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you were done the other night by 10:30.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's not like you're done at midnight.
But when does he go to bed?
Right.
If you're done at 10:30.
Because you have to unwind. You go home, walk the dog.
Yeah, I do. It's like.
So you go to bed
I was in bed last night at, what? No, I didn't have a show last night.
Oh, but
I was in bed. You didn't have a gig last night. I was in bed. On gig nights, when do you go to bed?
Yeah.
Usually it's like 11, 11:30, 12. It depends on the distance.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a New England guy now.
Yeah.
But most shows are get there about 6:30, set up PA system.
Yeah.
Dinner. Show starts at 8. 10 o'clock, you're winding down. Everybody's going home. 10:30, you're winding. You're on the road. I'm usually hammering cookies on the way home. 10:30, 11:15.
Yeah.
Now, are you mentally exhausted after a show? Because when Meredith and
totally jazzed.
Because when Meredith and I do an open house, even if it's for an hour, we are mentally exhausted because we are on.
Yeah, you are.
Right? We are on the whole hour.
Yep.
And we're
observing and watching.
And it's just a lot.
Logging.
So I can't imagine because you are observing and you're logging and you're talking.
So to answer that question, we all know our bodies, right? Not to be a blanket statement, Captain Obvious, but when you're tired. When you're, when your body says let's just relax.
Right.
Like Sunday for me is typically a nice, even Saturday during the day. It's a yard day for me. It's a chill day. It's just kind of like putting around the yard. Well, wintertime's challenging, but still, it's like, so to answer your question, yeah, I know when I'm tired or when I'm, but I'm not. I always reflect. It's so funny. Like I'm doing your show. Everybody's having fun. We're laughing. We're busting balls. All that. And then 20 minutes later, I'm just cruising, sitting, driving home. And I might even have the radio on. And I'm reflecting about what went down. I may make mental notes. Or I may sit in the parking lot with my little notepad and press the button and go, okay, that was funny. This happened. That happened. This is a funny bit. Expand. Because I'm just doing inventory on what happened.
Right.
So it's a business. I can't say it enough. It is a business. And I love doing it,
I wonder how much easier it would have been now with the internet just starting out.
Sure.
Whereas before, back in the 80s, 90s, there was no internet. You were just hitting these clubs.
Yep. That's one of the conversations I had yesterday with Mark Skippy Price out in L.A. He's just, again, respectfully, I'm 59. I got gray hair now. I could look at pictures 15 years ago, brown hair. We all age, and Hollywood is such vanity. But for me, I'm happy. I don't have any regrets. I don't have any coulda, woulda, shoulda because regrets. Yeah. What do you call them? Regrets.
Haven't you seen the commercial?
No.
Where the person got a tattoo and it said
God.
no regrets,
No.
but by accident they wrote no regrets.
Oh my God.
You haven't seen that?
Well, you see, not everyone went to collage.
Oh.
I love that because I'm the king of typos too. I see producer Adam over there laughing. How you doing, Adam? What's going on? So yeah, ladies, it's just you guys are having fun and you're interviewing, and thank you. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I always look at it this way. Imagine being boring. Like I'm single. I'm trying to find somebody, and I will. The universe will when it happens. But it's like try to meet somebody who can be accountable for themselves, who can say, "Yeah, this is my shit. This is my bag. These are my bags. This is stuff I'm not strong with." It's that's the thing that I sit in right now. It's like, because the world I don't know. Nobody's coming through the door. Nobody's coming through the door to save you. That's, you know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody's coming to save you. You can bitch and moan all you want. Oh, I'm put on weight. Oh, I don't. Okay. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? It's the fire inside for me. That's what I enjoy. That's what I really sit with. Life. I don't want any regrets. I don't want any regrets.
Why do I feel like crying right now?
Because you have something that you might say, you know what, you need to be more focused on. And like it's like small tasks that we try to, I joke about it. I'm a former runner. I didn't win because I'm a white non-Kenyan, but I can say that I've done 3 marathons. I did it. I trained by myself. And that's why my back and my knees hurt. That's why I ice plunge now, But it's just getting older. It just gives you more. Women have it much earlier than men. Perspective, wisdom. Yeah. So I'm very reflective.
Well, it sounds like, too, you take time out to regroup, whether it's weekly,
hourly.
Hourly.
I do. See, that's the difference between Mike on stage. Hi, nice to meet you. I'll hold the door open for you at Lowe's. I don't care. I'm not trying to project myself as some superhero, but I like people. I like the human connection. And the human connection is very interesting with people, the energy. Like if you didn't come up to me with your aura right away, she didn't even know. Have you seen me before?
No.
Like out of the gate, she's like, "Oh my God, you're going to come on my podcast." What if I'm awful?
I don't care.
Actually
But I'm just
makes it
saying.
more entertaining.
But that's our energy and that we can be. I look at it this way. How you treat people is a direct reflection of how life is treating you.
Correct.
Own that.
Yeah.
Somebody cut you off, they got some shit going on.
Right.
Somebody's like miserable. Like I was walking in here, woman walked right towards me, made eye contact, incapable of smiling or saying hi.
They're a little weird in this building.
No, I'm just saying.
Right, Adam?
Do they know, though, about the food dungeon that you guys have? See, that's the hope that I'm looking for. They better give me some snacks on the way out.
We got no snacks here.
What happens
No
if you get
snacks.
feedback
Snacks.
unsolicited and somebody tells you you're cold and inhuman?
Well, clearly,
Somebody said that to one of us, and it wasn't me.
well, they're jelly. They're jelly. But you know what?
Another agent said that to Meredith. He
Well-
was like 105.
So here's the deal. I know all about the real
And we had a
estate.
good giggle.
The real estate industry.
Yeah.
It's right there with comedy. And
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Hell yeah.
Look, everyone's a rung on the ladder. You just got to decide which rung you want to step on to get up.
Right.
And I know the business. A good friend of mine in North Attleboro owns Keller Williams. Yeah. He's got a bunch of. I know the business right there. Hey, baby. Oh, yeah.
I have crunchies. I've added collagen
Yes.
Oh, I just bought collagen too.
and
But
creatine.
why don't you put it in your coffee, the collagen?
There's no taste to it, but I just got crunchies at the bottom.
What's crunchy?
It's the part of the
The
powder.
creatine, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
You doing creatine?
Creatine and collagen, peptide.
I got to be honest, Adam. I'm a little turned on. You're doing creatine. Good for you.
Yeah.
I love it. I did not expect this. I did creatine in my protein shake this morning.
Yeah.
Creatine.
I take black seed oil
Yeah. I use
onto my tongue.
that's dirty talk. I do flaxseed in a little cup of water.
I had flaxseed this morning.
Okay. Yeah. And did you stir it and let it expand?
I didn't. I put it on my Greek yogurt.
Okay. So the flaxseed is what you're supposed to put it in water for 10
Oh.
minutes and let it expand.
Oh.
So they digest easier for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Flaxseed.
I'll
Yep.
do that tomorrow morning.
Yep. And chia seeds.
Mm.
Yeah. So the whole collagen thing, tell me, because I know it's
Well, it's supposed to be
important.
good for your hair and your joints.
Right. Yeah, because I'm losing it.
I don't know. I just started about a month ago.
Good for you.
So we'll see what
Good for you.
happens. You know, the creatine's supposed to be really good, particularly for women.
Well, understand now with creatine, you know what's going to happen.
No.
What? She's
You know-
gonna get a beard?
I hope not.
You're going to see huge growth in your dung.
You didn't see dung coming, did you?
No, you put on a little bit of weight because
Oh.
it's water weight.
Meredith, get off that immediately.
This is not what I need.
It's
We don't want to gain more weight.
I know it's a thing. It's a thing. You know what? We all do it. So yeah, it's just like myself. I'm on day 3 of. I do Monday through Thursday, super clean.
Yeah.
And then I slip a little bit on the weekends, but you know, just
It's a good idea.
I
Monday
do.
through Thursday.
structure for my.
Yeah.
It's Felger and Maz, the radio show in Boston.
Yeah.
They have a thing called Reentry Monday.
Oh,
So I stole it like 5-6 years ago,
Yeah.
and I said we're gonna do a Reentry Monday,
Yeah.
and that's it. You know, I love pizza like we all do. I love, you know, I just will only do it on like the weekends,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't eat a whole pizza, but I just again, you know, it's trying to be accountable. I like food. I love food. Like at your gig at Thorny Lee Saturday night, I haven't had mashed potatoes since Thanksgiving.
I had a dollop. So good.
I had 2 plates and the prime rib, the salad, and then I went over and did the brownie and I was
That
sitting there
so
like
good.
I'd be down.
I was so heavy. I was like, oh, I don't feel right because I don't normally eat the
Tastes
starchy.
Right.
good going
Right.
down.
Oh, damn.
What if you're too tired to be funny?
No, that's different. You gotta.
You gotta like.
Rogan said he smokes 1 cigarette before he goes on stage.
Rogan?
And I actually saw a video recently about actually nicotine and brain clarity and how good it works. It's just very hard to get nicotine without all of the crap that comes in a cigarette. And smoking cigarettes is obviously very
He says
bad
he
for you.
smokes a cigarette.
Mhm.
I'm surprised because he's such a health nut.
Yep, the nicotine.
He's
Probably be better off taking the gum, but he smokes a cigarette, and
Ugh.
that gets him.
can't deal. Ugh, anybody who just that's so
Yeah.
gross
What
to
about
me.
dipping?
Nothing.
No.
I don't do anything. Why
Caffeine.
not?
No caffeine.
Oh yeah, coffee in the morning.
Black,
That's a drug.
No, I like it with
cream and sugar.
cream and sugar, mama.
Oh.
Cream?
Yeah, you know.
Cream?
Milk.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Not oat milk, not almond milk.
No, I have my almond milk with my shakes.
Oh,
I can't say almond.
Do you like almond milk?
No.
Oat milk?
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with it, but I drink my coffee black.
Yep.
I got a coffee the
Like
other
my
day,
men.
and they added oat milk instead of.
No, is your boyfriend black?
Well, he's Cape Verdean.
Cape Verdean. There you go. And how long you been
He was
together?
there. He was there.
I know he was.
Yeah, we've
How-
been together 9 years.
How's it going?
It's great.
Good.
Yeah.
You live together?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's fun.
Good.
We met at Stoneforge.
Oh
You should
my
go to
God.
Stoneforge. You might meet somebody.
I know Stoneforge.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know any like
You might meet
I
somebody.
know this. I
or
know this is a
meet
big
somebody.
ask. Are you
Okay.
ready?
What's the? All right, let's hear.
Semi-normal woman.
Ooh, that's tough.
Let's define semi-normal.
Right.
What's a big ass? Why is it such a big
Did you
ass?
say big ass?
Yeah. No.
Well, what's normal?
Someone who just can, you know, like I was talking earlier. You know, just like goes to the gym.
You want somebody in shape.
I just want someone who's accountable. Who says, "Hey, I got to go to the gym. I want to do this."
What if they have
You know,
equipment at
we
home?
just had this conversation with Pia.
Right.
She felt
Oh.
the same. So our recent guest, Pia Lap.
Pia.
We could introduce
I
you.
have someone for you.
Pia.
That's
Pia.
exactly what she's looking
She's
for.
local. She wants somebody who takes accountability for their health.
That's all.
She loves to laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this could be.
And she's hot.
She's gorgeous.
So
She's
why
a
is she-
redhead. She's
Oh well, here's the deal.
And she lived in L.A.
Here's the
she
deal.
lived in LA. She was a dancer.
Oh
A
gosh.
dancer for money.
She's
No,
fit.
she
She's
wasn't a
Pilates
dancer for money.
instructor.
So
I'm kidding, Adam.
ready for this? Look at Adam's laughing.
Adam, I'm kidding.
Adam's-
Making the connection
She's now a Pilates instructor.
Hello, caller, are you there?
You should go take her class.
Well, we're having a fucking Phil frickin' moment, and I didn't expect it today.
This
Yeah.
is it. This
Let's
is
do
a
it.
match made in heaven.
Yep,
Yeah.
you tell her no drinking, no drugs, no BS.
Yeah, that's
That's it.
No, she doesn't do drugs.
Does she like dogs?
She might have an occasional drink. Is that
I don't-
okay?
Yeah, she
I don't
has
care.
a dog she's in love with.
She has a dog. She rescued a dog.
Oh my God.
It's her favorite. What's the dog?
Yeah, we have to
Little
give her a
female.
little bit of time because her dad just passed.
Oh boy.
So
Yep.
we'll give her a few days.
When?
The other day. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Can I
and
tell you my
she's-
joke about dating? Adam's gonna love this.
Yeah.
So dating now is kind of like being on Zillow.
Oh no.
What's the past occupancy?
Yes.
Right.
How long's it been on the market?
She
Yes.
so she didn't
Does the septic work? Because
So
nobody wants a rehab project.
Yes.
Joking. I joke.
Mr.
I joke.
So she.
I think you guys are the same age.
You are, and she didn't get married until her late 40s.
And what happened?
He gave up.
He gave up. He gave up on himself. He just gave up.
We don't know who he is, or at least I don't. But
I'm
this
sure
is
he's
what
a
she
lovely
told us.
person.
Yeah.
But from what she told us on
So
the
if we get
podcast,
sued,
you
we
can
don't
listen
know
to the
him.
podcast. He just gave up on himself physically and kind of mentally.
She was
Oh,
our
that's-
last guest.
Yeah.
That's
What a
sad.
coincidence.
Yeah.
No, not for her because she said, I'm not going to have this for the rest of my life. So
Nope.
She
That's
said-
right. Don't settle.
right.
Don't
Yeah.
settle.
Yeah,
That's the
she's
big
not.
thing.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It is a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this match.
how do we do this?
Matchmaker,
Maybe a
make
night-
me a match.
Oh
Maybe
my
a
God.
Find me
Friday-
a find. Catch me a catch.
Stoneforge?
I'll
One
just
on
text
Friday
her.
nights?
Yeah, well, yeah. Stoneforge Friday night. It's the place to be. It's a place to meet. It's a place to date. It's a place to hook up.
Pettit. Oh God.
Pia.
Pia.
Pia Pettit.
What's her last name?
Lally.
Jesus Christ! You can't script this.
She's
Adam, help
gorgeous,
me.
too.
She is stunning.
Good. So the funny thing is, people ask all the time, "Why are you single?"
Why
People
are you
really
single?
ask you?
By choice. Oh, all the
People
time.
ask you why you're single?
Here's the other one. You ready?
People don't ask me why you married.
Why are you married, Meredith?
Why would I ask someone why you married?
I'm going to spin that. That's a great joke because people
Right?
all the
Why
time they go,
married?
"Ready? Here it is. I got it." People go, "So you don't have any kids? No. You never been married? No.
She doesn't have kids.
So what's wrong with you?"
Right.
People
So-
will actually say that?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it.
At a gig about
You don't
10
think
You
it?
think- I don't.
You don't think if someone's older and they're not married and they have no kids, what's wrong? Why did that happen?
Right.
I guess a little bit, and then I say, we all make choices.
That's right.
Right. And
Right.
that's great.
Like I was just in a very loving, caring relationship for 11 years, but it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I had to make the
Oh.
tough decision, and I left. We weren't living together. It's just somebody I care about
Yeah.
deeply.
Did
Yeah.
you leave
But-
in the night?
Huh?
Did you leave in the night?
No. She lived very close to me, and
Oh.
it just when I was going to buy my parents' house,
Yeah.
I knew that she wasn't going to go.
Oh.
So it was just like the next chapter of my life, which was very difficult because I care deeply about her and she does too. And I was
Yeah.
loyal to her and
Yeah.
loving, but I left all of her family, all that connection, all my holidays, all
It's hard.
of it.
Yeah. it's
And
hard.
that's the life that I built. But what I did is I just have a great wealth of good friends. So now I'm at a point, I don't mind being alone. Doesn't mean I'm lonely. I've got great friends.
right.
I got no drama.
Can we
I have
explore
no drama.
your
Wait, were you in a
moving
full
in-
depression? Or no,
I've
you
never
were
been depressed
fine?
in my life.
Okay.
I've
Can
never
we,
been depressed
can we
in my
explore buying the family household?
Yeah.
Given our line of work.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say to us, no, I don't want to go back to that period in my life.
Uh-huh.
Or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. So Stephanie and I have been in housing for a long time, putting people in houses. So I'm less interested in you not having kids, and I'm more interested in you revisiting the house that you grew up in and buying it,
Yep.
being happy about
Yep.
that,
Yep.
and now living there.
Okay. You
So-
ready?
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up in the Brady Bunch.
hmm
I grew up in Lost in Space.
Okay.
Warning. Your dad's been drinking. Run. So with all that being said, I've been maintaining that property for over 20 years since I moved back in 03. Okay.
Yeah.
Visiting my mom. I can't believe my mom is effing gone.
Your dad's deceased?
My dad passed in 08.
Okay.
But every day,
So 4 years after you moved back here.
yeah, my dad
He
had a heart
passed.
attack. But I was there every day, twice a day.
And they were together.
Yes.
Okay.
My life that I've built is going to my mom's and parents' house every effing day, twice a day. Drop my Labrador. I had another lab before, Maxie. I bring him by, sit on the porch, which I sit on now, have a tuna sandwich, play Rummy Cube, hang out with Nana. That was the big thing that we always say, let's go to Nana, sit on the porch. And it was the yard I grew up in. And it's cool. I'll show you pictures when we get done with the show. But I was maintaining that property gladly, doing the yard work. I laid out ornaments.
Only child? You have siblings?
No, I have three siblings. Actually, my older sister passed away 3 weeks after my mom
Oh, wow.
in 03, 23, excuse me.
So you have two siblings living?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
One's in Florida, one's locally. Anyways, so I was there taking care of the property. Gladly.
Yeah.
Something to do.
Right, you loved
I
it.
dropped the dog off, go to the gym. She'd have the dog all day. I'd come back for dinner. I can't even believe that I'm over 15 months now. My mom has passed, and we talk about it. But I was taking care of the house gladly. And the other thing was, my mom had a stroke in 2019, and then the pandemic hit. And the pandemic really hurt a lot of the elders, as you know.
Mhm.
My mom used to go to a knitting group in like Norton. She had like social activities. She was driving.
Yeah.
Well, all those cognitive impairment things started popping up.
Yeah.
And I was advocating for my mom. My sister would do the bills and stuff, but I was physically giving my mom a shower for 2 years, every Wednesday and Sunday. In the shower that I shower in now.
Wow.
So, and the chair that my dad used to use to sit in, I finally got rid of. I brought it to the senior center, a little shower seat. But with all that being said, I'm real proud of the character shit that I did, that I never thought about. And I'll do it again in a heartbeat, wiping her bum, doing everything. I did everything. 3 square meals a day. I moved in with her for a little while, and then it became, with the dementia, as you know, they get up in the middle of the night, and it became a safety issue for my mom. So with that being said, I'll show you ladies off. I go in the basement, my dad's tool shop, which has been there since 2008, and the tools that as a kid, my grandfather's tools, all my dad's stuff, it's all mine. I get to keep the spirit of my parents alive, but making it Michael's. Like I just did granite countertops. I did the hardwood before I moved in September. I did the hardwood floors up. We ripped up the carpets. Oh my God. Untouched hardwood floors.
Yeah.
I hand sanded them myself, 2 coats. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I'm remodeling the outside. I'm building an outdoor patio. I love to build stonework. Had a Bobcat, a John Deere tractor come in yesterday afternoon. Neighbor across the street who's very dear to my mom. He's like, Mike, I'll do it. I'm going to buy him a $100 gift card to Roadhouse. That's where he wants to go, him and his wife. But he plowed the backyard, and now I'm going to put patio, fire pit, and build. I like to build. I love they call it hardscape work.
What style home is it?
It's a cape,
Mm.
little cape.
A
Dead end street,
Perfect.
landlocked.
2 beds up
Yeah.
On the top, it's a cape. Yep,
Mhm.
1 bathroom, unfinished basement.
on the second floor.
Is nothing, just all bedrooms. That's how we ever survived as kids in that little house.
We'll never know.
But we did. Great neighborhood, quiet. I hike now, ready? I used to trail hike every morning in Plainville, where I still own the home and rent. The trails that I walk every fucking morning. I used to play as a kid, riding our dirt bikes, throwing rocks, lighting fires, fist fighting. You nailed it.
That familiarity is good for you.
It is. Because me and my dad, even though we used to have it all out when we were kids, I used to fist fight with my dad. It was bad. I had that French-Irish thing with my dad. I'd fly in from L.A., stay at my folks' house. I'd go to Cumberland Farms, get whatever. Hey, Pettit, your old man told me you're in Vegas your last weekend. He would brag the shit out of us, but could never never hug us. That's the generation, you guys.
Right.
That's the generation.
Right.
Tough guy.
Right. Yeah.
But he would tell everybody, this is what my dad would do. You ready? When I'm living there, 2004, I'll never forget it. I had a gig way out in Western Mass. I'm leaving at like 5 o'clock. It's like, where are you going? I'm like, I got a gig way out in Western Mass. He goes, you be careful. It's not you. It's the other screwball I'm worried about. That was my dad saying he loved me.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the mentality.
Yep.
So back to your question. I'm not going to lie to you. I cry. And they're just brief little moments because my mom's pictures are everywhere in the house. I just got a little pain in the back of my head because it will cause a little pin. But and here's what it is with death, which just sucks for all of us. As a man, as a son, I can't fix it.
Mm.
I can't bring my mom back, and I miss her. I fucking miss her so much. I visit her all the time. All the time. I visit her all the time. I go to her site, and she was telling me as she was getting sick. It's like, oh, I'm just going to end up like Janet, my aunt, her sister. All of her sisters had dementia, and she knew it. We used to play on the porch, play our games. I'll be on the porch in 2 hours sitting there and be like, oh, yeah, I met nice ladies today, So with all that being said, it's a healing thing for me. Like I planted, put the little yard ornaments out yesterday, little pinwheels that my mom had. I kept them all in the shed. Birds, oh my God. I saw a cardinal, you know the thing with cardinals?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a cardinal the other morning, 6:30 in the morning, have my coffee. Big Murph's going to do my Labrador. He's going to do his thing in the woods. Yell a red cardinal went. I'm like, hi, Ma. So I believe in that stuff, ladies. I do.
We do too.
I do too. I do. Are we going way too long here?
No, we still
No.
have
5 minutes.
And so the
It's a
property
healing-
that you rent.
Yeah.
So you had purchased that after you moved here. What year did you buy that?
04.
Okay.
So I had a
the
fri-
year you moved here.
I waited one. 03, I moved back. 03
Okay.
and 04. Yeah. So that was right before the bottom fell out with the
Yep.
bad loans.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing is, I have a really good friend in North Attleboro.
Yeah.
She's a real estate agent. She owns North Star Real Estate. You ever heard of it?
What's her name?
Barbara
Okay, Barbara what?
O'Hara. Amazing human
I know the
being.
name.
So she sold me my property in 04.
Okay.
I used to date her sister back in 88, 89,
Yep.
but whatever. Just a
Yep.
dear person, dear
Yep.
friend.
Yep.
She listed my home last summer on NMLS. Is that what it's called?
MLS.
MLS. Yeah, your lingo. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
2 days it rented.
Yeah.
She goes, Michael?
Yeah.
She said, I'll never forget the text. She goes, she looks really good on credit.
And she told you, get out.
No, you know what I did?
What?
I had it at, I don't mind. I had it at $3,000. I dropped it to 28. Boom. 2-year lease. And they are happy. And it's a nice property. So,
Perfect.
it's unbelievable.
And so
So smart.
So
when
the-
did you buy
So
your
smart.
mom's place?
You ready?
Yeah.
Grueling to refinance,
Yep.
buy my siblings out.
Yep.
The day my mom passed away, 2023, September 30th, I closed. And the money was dispersed to my siblings. I signed the papers that day. So you know what Barbara said to me? She goes, oh, Mikey, she goes, Nana God winked you.
Yeah.
So life is interesting.
So you rented it after you passed on your parents' place?
I rented it. You ready?
Yep.
I rented it. They moved in October 1st, physically. The lease was, I was already moving shit out.
Because you knew you were going to move into your
Oh, it was all
home.
it was all in motion.
Okay.
It was uncertain for a long time.
Yep.
Did
Getting
your
the financing.
siblings have any interest in the house?
No, my brother lives in
Well, that's
Florida.
good.
He's
Yeah.
it went. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah. That's common.
I'm dealing with
'Cause
that right now.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
With just some other family members.
yeah. Do you have it all in writing?
Well, it's not my house.
You're a client, she's
It's
saying.
a client, yeah.
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 So-
we deal with these. That's why so many questions. We deal with this. type of
So,
stuff
do you know
all
what the Child Care Act is?
Not specifically what
So,
you...
Child Care Act is if a sibling,
Yep.
myself, my
Yep.
sister, you, if that person is taking care of the parent,
Yeah.
right, and they live there,
Yeah.
and you can prove that without that sibling being there taking care of the elder parent, that they would have been in a nursing home
Yeah.
prior,
Yeah.
then they can't come after your home.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this. Oh, they can't do a list penance. So
They
partition to
can't
partition.
take the house.
Yeah. Got it.
$5,000 a week.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So we retained the services of an attorney in Mansfield, and the guy named Peter Clark,
Yeah.
amazing, actually became
My
a friend.
girlfriend's his paralegal. Laurie.
There you go.
Okay.
You wouldn't know Laurie.
It's a
You tell her you met the
small
funniest,
town.
cutest guy ever.
I will. I'll text her after.
I can't wait to call Pia.
I can't believe that. See, now this is the New England thing that we all know each other.
Yeah.
And
Right.
why am I yelling like Regis?
Well, we're also in real estate, so we know every real estate
Right?
attorney.
Why is Adam laughing?
Because he's
Well,
our Gelman.
this is pretty magnificent. So you've been actually living back in the childhood home for how long?
You're just filling my heart right now. So when I do the backyard over, will you guys come and visit?
Yes.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
yes.
Bring some food
Yes.
and we'll
Yeah,
grill.
so
Yes.
much fun.
You know what I mean?
Long? How long have you been there?
Since September.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm slowly renovating. It's
Of 2023 or
no 24,
Yeah.
So
okay.
only 6 months.
6 months.
So this
And
is
I have
why
been
feel so
waiting,
good right
ladies,
now.
Yeah.
standing there in the coffee in the morning, looking out in the back and going, I can't wait till we can just get the machine to clear it. I'm gonna start building back there. And
Awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's awesome.
because you know why I enjoy. I like to split wood and chainsaw and do a ripper. I call them rippers.
Yeah.
Have friends come over. We do a fire.
Yeah.
Got the Edison lights up. I already got them up. The Edison lights.
Love the way they look.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It's so inviting.
I just texted a friend of mine this morning. They're
you
available
put them
at
back
Lowe's.
up. You're done. Winter, you're okay with doing it?
Year round, kid. I
Oh.
sit out in the backyard, well, I didn't do it this year, but my other property in Plainville,
Yeah.
oh my God, I sit out in the backyard. So, my comedy, when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
back to
Comedy.
it,
Oh,
Tell
my
us,
God.
give us your social handles. How do people watch?
my social handles are Michael J. Petit,
Yep.
ENT on Insta.
Yep.
Michael J. Petit and Michael Petit on Facebook.
Yep.
And I love what you ladies are doing here. I think this is great. I want to be involved any way I can.
Well,
Good.
you'll be coming back on.
I want to do whatever.
You
I
can be
just,
our resident comedian.
this is
Yeah.
what it. You know what I mean?
I want to be the announcer. Tell them what they've won, Johnny.
Why not?
But wait, there's more.
I just want to come on in.
that. We need an intro.
We did
You
have.
do. I
we
want to.
did-
Be, oh, can I go like this?
Oh, that's right. It's time for the show. It's time to get real from the real estate agency.
Well, people assume that we talk about real estate, and we really don't.
No, this is like The View, but fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look at Adam laughing over
Well,
there.
thank you so much. We have to go.
Yeah.
Love you.
We-
We love you so much.
Yeah, Meredith.
Yes.
Ice plunge.
I know.
Ice,
I know.
Well, when you come back on, we will revisit this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, I shared a lot of personal shit.
You did.
happens.
But you know what? Life's all stories,
Yes.
and
It's your story.
it's my
Right.
story. And I'm don't ever let anybody hold the pen when they write your story.
right. Nice.
Thank
So
you,
good.
Mike,
Let's end with that because that was like. Don't
That's a mic
anyone
drop.
Hold the pen.
for your life story.
Yeah.
To write your life story.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now, always hold the pen when writing your story.
Yeah. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank
Michael
you.
Petit.
Michael, as my doctor would call me, he's Indian Michael Bennett. Oh, you Betty, Betty, Bunny, Michael Bennett.
People will come to my shows and they're like, Michael Bennett, you're Betty, Betty, Bunny.
What do you saw me do that Saturday night? What are you doing, dude? Butter.
I will say, when I saw you, I said the headliner was good. The other one's not as good. I don't remember the other ones. I remembered you.
So, respectfully, that's the industry.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
I tell you, comedy's like sex. It's a slow momentum buildup,
But that's the truth.
Yeah.
And many times you'll go in the middle is pretty funny because they want to get to the headlining spot. So they're working.
Yeah.
They're grinding.
Yeah. Not
You know,
as good
but,
as you were.
but that's no, you know,
Sorry.
but
No disrespect for those who
no, that's the
That's
business.
how it works. Yeah.
I was there,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
and it's a flex bit. It's that's just the industry.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta. So the thing in comedy, like sex,
Why are you pointing to stuff?
anybody, Adam, call me. No, you know what? Comedy is like it's the big buildup.
Right.
It's the orgasm.
Right.
You want to have that big. Good night. Thank
A
you.
little
I'm out of here.
Right.
I'm gonna take some cookies. Have a good night. But that's the true thing. It's the close. It's
Right.
the close. Like
It's
my
the
old man.
close.
My old man. There you. Or as George called it on Seinfeld. Oh, it was the knuckle. I did the knuckle, Jerry. Oh, what do you mean you did the knuckle? It's my move, Jerry. Well, my friends, it was a pleasure being here on the show. My good friends doing incredible work here. Close, baby, close. ABC, always be closing.
You want more show? You can't handle more show. It's my good friends, and God, they smell good.